Philippe, what are your thoughts on tonight's match and the comeback from the side?
That with the ball we start with the good intentions from the start. First half with a lot of movement without ball, with good combination play, with not enough efficiency in the final third. But a lot of positive things, but without ball not in the first half. In our reaction after losing ball, in our being strong in the duels, and when you get kicks or pushes and the referee doesn't whistle, to continue going, in our contact in the 16 on crosses. So at the end, the first half, you come out of that with being behind, although you were better on the ball, but it's of no use. If without ball, you're not good enough. So I was really angry about that at halftime. Because football, and they know, it's the both sides. And second half, then you see what they can do if they are focused on both things. But I cannot make myself angry every halftime or before every game. That's impossible. It needs to come out of the team, and they need to understand that and take lessons out of this. This is the perfect example today. Boots off the pitch at halftime, and a lot of applause after the game because people enjoyed how they saw the team play, how they saw how we scored, how aggressive they were, how they win the duels, how they didn't concede in the second half. So this is the perfect example. And I hope, and I'm gonna put a lot of attention to that again, to get this out of these last two games. But it needs to come out of the players.
What causes that they can go from being, as you say, not good enough without the ball, and then in the second half, much more dominant? What causes that change?
It's, yeah, that's a difficult one because it's a personal one. It's not also about 11 players in the first half. So these are individual things that players, and I told them also, if you want to play for a team like Rangers, that's the basics. That needs to be there every time. If you want to play for a team half of the who ends half of the league, yeah, you can have one moment yes and one moment no. Here, it's all the time, switched on, aggressive in everything you do, with and without the ball. So we need to build a squad like that, where everybody has this internal fire to do it every day, every game.
Would you be surprised after the way that the game went at the weekend that you didn't see that fire you're talking about there?
No, I saw fire, but with the ball. I saw a lot of movement. I saw a lot of quality. And without fire, you cannot do that. It was there, but not enough without the ball. And the game of football is not played only with the ball. So that was an important one for today, but it's a message that's been spread around already a few times. So they need to take these lessons in a better way and a more consistent way.
Todd Cantwell seemed to sort of looking to drive the team forward in the second half. Were you happy as displayed? What does that do for us?
I was very happy with this second half, yeah. That's the thought I want to see every time. And then he makes the difference, and then he gets stats, and then he's important for this club. And it needs to be this fire, desire, every time, with and without the ball, not only one thing.
That's a strange thing that players like Todd and others, they have it in them, but they don't always show it.
Yes, but look where we were 6 months ago, boys, and we need to be realistic about that. We need to be realistic about that. Where the squad was 6 months ago, where they're now, you need to see also how many, you need to see the age of the team that was on the pitch today, that started and that ended the game also. So we are working hard. They are working hard. I cannot say anything about that the last 6 months, about working and willing to work. Not, but they need to take the right lessons to become really top players and to become a top club. And we're going to work hard all together to get that. And you see again today the potential, but being a top player, and that's the difference. Look at the Premier League, they're all really good players, but the top players are the ones who are there every time, with and without ball, both, not one thing.
Philippe, you spoke obviously about a rebuild, and understand that's a question for another time, but the question tonight would be the young boys that played, the likes of Cole McKinnon, who came in maybe at right back, and his attitude application was really good. Do they have a chance to force themselves into your plans and thoughts for the future?
Of course. And it's not that suddenly they come falling out of the sky and they can play this position and they can play in the team and they know where to run or what to do. We are working from October, from the first day, we are working with integration of all the young lads. We're busy with that also for next season. Also guys who are not today in the selection, to get them into the squad. It's an important thing. They've been training a lot with us to get the principles, to understand what's demand in the first team, all these things, all of them. Also players like John Lee who was on the bench, for example. So Cole trained also several times as right fullback. It's not something new for him. I know his best position is in midfield, but we need sometimes to plan in advance to find for solutions, and he needs to do that in training. Because of that, they can do what they do. For example, Ross McCausland last season trained 5 times with the first team. 5 trainings with the first team. Then you cannot be ready to step in. So we're busy already 6 months with this program to get integration of the second team players as much as possible in our trainings. Cannot be all the time because you have 1-2 days before the game tactical trainings that you do more with 20 players. But all the other trainers, their trainings, they're always involved. And in that way, they know what to do. And secondly, they feel also safe and good in this environment. It's not like, okay, now suddenly Cole McKinnon or Robbie Fraser needs to play with Tavernier next to them. No, they've been already so many times in the dressing room together, so many times on the training pitch together, that they feel comfortable with them. And the other guys also. They also seen also more the qualities. So we're going to continue with that. It's a major part, what we said a few months ago. This club comes out of a financial difficult situation. It's not a good thing to have 6 players out of contract, so they don't have any value to sell. And then you need to make decisions if they stay or not. The club needs for the future to get also money in by producing or making players better, to getting young players in and to make them better that you can sell them later on, but also for sure out of academy, getting players and producing players who can be starters in the first team. And that needs to be a model that we will build the next couple of years. That's not work of 1 week or 2 weeks or 6 months or even 1 year or 2 years. No, but it needs to be, yeah. It's an important thing, and in that way it was important that we gave chances from the beginning to Ross, so he could be also a symbol for academy. And out of that, Cole and Robbie and John Lee and all the others, they feel also, it's possible. It gives belief, and that's what they're showing on the pitch now. So does it mean that they are ready to start every game and to play every game? Not yet, but I hope they're going to challenge all the others. For me, it's not important how old somebody is. It's important what they show on the pitch.
Philippe, Ridvan, Yilmaz had a fine game left back, some good subs and forward lunges, but you withdrew him after an hour. Was that precautionary or is there an injury concern?
No, it's medical staff told me maximum 60. They preferred 45. But I thought in halftime it was important to have him with his qualities also to restart like that. And that's another example. It's a player coming out of an injury, doing good things with the ball, but on the first goal he forgets our principles and he forgets the contact in the 16 and we get the goal against. But he comes out of injury, so he needs to gain rhythm. He needs to take this lesson again. It will be for sure in his head the next 2 games, like he did before when he played really good games. And it's about learning out of those situations. So no, it was the plan to take him out after 45 or 60 minutes.
Thank you all.